Hello, I'd like to talk with you about building your own finance business. A finance business that gives you access to over 30 of the major banks and lenders throughout Australia, all the household names, and access to car loans and plant and equipment finance. And one of the very exciting new areas of the financial services, which is helping families take control of their retirement nest egg by managing their own superannuation and maybe even buying a property, and we can help fund that in our financing practice. Very exciting stuff. In the short time that we're going to spend today together, I want to go through some of the probably most important stuff about our opportunity. Commissions and trials, I want to talk to you about that. How to go about getting prospective clients, driving your business, and some areas I'll share with you about going autopilot. We do a little case study on a very achievable one loan a week business. I want to talk to you about how you can build from a zero starting point to a $250,000 asset over the next 5 years, and how you can operate part-time, so you can either add this to an existing business or keep your existing job and earn a few extra dollars on the side, raise a family and all those demands, study, or just semi-retire, get off the rat race and go play some golf and earn a few dollars on the side. And in an out business model, why we don't charge you any franchise fees or any mentoring fees. So basically a business system whereby if you succeed, then we succeed. Let me start by saying that there are a number of areas for you to earn some income. An obvious one, and the centerpiece of this message, is home loans. But of course, you'll find very exciting when you discover more about the self-managed super funds and those implications. That's a very exciting area that you might consider getting involved in specialising in. You know, all of our home loan clients, most of them have car loans, some of them are business people with equipment financing, commercial loans, factories, pubs and so on, private lending solutions for when the banks say no. We have a very large database of private lenders, insurance and financial service products, and other products and services that are relevant and timely from time to time. You'll be using cutting-edge software called Symmetry, and it gives you all the latest stuff. I tell you, you can just join this industry and not have to do a lot. The computers do everything these days. Real-time comparisons, lender-to-lender comparisons, client information, populate the application forms, etc., etc. You'll love it when you get through this area of the business. So we're talking about home loans predominantly, and look, it's a vanilla bread and butter industry. Still, we're seeing that some 60,000 home loans every month get written around Australia. You know, I've seen 55s, I've seen 70s, but around 60,000 home loans each and every month. And as a broker, depending on which lender you ultimately work with, you can earn an upfront commission for putting the loan in of around 0.5% of the loan amount. So in a normal $400-ish thousand loan, that loan would pay you around $2,000. The lender will pay you $2,000 to $2,500 for an average loan. In addition to that, you're also eligible for a trailing commission from most lenders, and the trailing commission is about 0.15% per annum on the outstanding balance, meaning for this very same home loan, that's around $500 to $600 a year, most paid monthly, so around $40 to $50 per month for the life of the loan, be it 2 years, 22 years, it doesn't matter. Hey, you know, people will always need money, and why not from you? Think about this. You're going to be offering the same banks that they're ultimately maybe going to choose anyway, the same rates, if not better, a totally free service where you can compare the whole marketplace using cutting-edge software. The fact of the matter is that they will use you. It's a question of how you meet these clients. And let's talk about that for a sec. One of the more popular and proven methods of attracting clients, meeting clients, dealing with clients is through referrals. And referrals come from relationships that you build with some like-minded or like industry partners, like obviously real estate agents and real estate salespeople, accountants. There's a whole range multi-level marketing people, website owners can do linking, business owners. Most want to, add extra streams of income if they can. I have a thought for you. Think about this. Think about this for a sec. What would be if you were to offer 50% of your upfront commission as an inducement for a partner to give you access to clients? Think about that for a sec. I mean, would you get any takers? 50%, that's unheard of. And most people in our industry would say, oh, I don't pay anything for referrals because I just help them do the deal. And that's all true. But I'm just saying, I'll plant that seed for you. Hey, not everyone will take you up on that, but think about this. How many do you need to build a nice private practice for yourself? How many, really, think about it, how many real estate salespeople in the whole country do you need to link to you and steer to you the clients that they're selling houses to anyway and who are getting money anyway? And regardless of the ultimate arrangement you come to, you get to keep all the trail. We never give that away, ever. That's your business. So if it costs you 50% of the upfront, hey, you're still building a nice trail book. Another way of growing your business is just through the public domain. This is domain.com.au, a real estate site. I'm sure you've been there. I don't know if you know this. Next time you go there, have a look at this. There's a link here for open for inspection. I'll highlight it here and show you that you have, at any time, you can go now and have a look, open for inspection, what in your area of choice is available to look at today, this week, next 7 days. And they're all there, dozens of them. And the agents' names, the addresses often of the properties and so on. In realestate.com.au, there it is again, right there. So they're readily available. You know what's on the market. You know what's happening. And if they're sold, 99% of the time, the buyer needs money. So what I'm going to suggest to you is that one of the easier things that we could help you and equip you to accomplish is just to go to some of these open houses. Of course, with permission of the salesperson or the agency handling the open for inspection, but just to give out a few business cards in which you're saying, look, I've got 30 banks and lenders, and and I can probably help you, blah, blah. Hey, some might even say, look, give me your brochures, I'll put them next to the registration table, and you go to the next open house, put some brochures there too, so you can double your time. Some real estate agents, not all of them, but some, look at this, some, if the relationship is right, might say to you, hey, look, I'll give you a bit of window. You can pop a little, sign up there, or put a banner or a little thing or a ribbon on each of the ads. Special home loan rates, something that lights a fuse. They might even let you to dispense marketing material inside of the magazine that's being dispensed from the front of the shop. Also, inside the shop, dispense your flyers at the counter. They might even, let you put flyers inside the mail-outs. Real estate agents still have to physically mail landlords and tenants their receipts and statements. Why not? The mail's already going out. Pop a little information pack in there. Think about this, some clever entrepreneurial boutique type ones might even say, hey, listen, why don't we start a finance division inside the business? And we'll co-brand it. We'll call it Smythe Financial Services. You own it, you run it, we're partners. And I'll give you a desk and everything. All the clients, all the leads, all the open houses, everybody that walks through, sandwich board at the front. Let's build a finance business. Pull that off. You'll be right for life then, won't you? All real estate agents that I know of have access to a subscription base called RP Data. If you're not familiar with RP Data, please visit rpdata.com, have a look around, and what you will discover is that it gives you lots of information about every property in the country and enables one to search these properties, property details, ownership details, other attributes, land sizes, when they bought it, sales history, etc., 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 etc. What it does do, enables us, by selecting some of these attributes, to develop target lists. If we had an offering that was really, really smart for refinancing, well, we could punch in the various filtered attributes and create a list that we would think would be highly responsive maybe to a refinance value proposition, or those with equity. We can put the right attributes in and uncover likely those candidates, investors, and so on. Just any target list that we think that we could communicate with. And most of these list outcomes include the mailing details and the phone number of the target party. So it's very exciting for many of you to discover that you now can, through the click of a few mouse buttons, have unlimited targeted names and phone numbers at your fingertips. Woohoo! Now what? Yeah, now what? We've been doing this a while now, and let me tell you that if the whole business success was linked to you being comfortable to make cold calls, I don't see much of a future. So, having said that, let me share this with you. And this should really, and I know you've been watching this for a few minutes now, just concentrate for this. You will love this part. Let's look at hiring, and we're doing it now anyway, and we'll show you how. International personal assistant for your business. International. We have a number of personal assistants working with our brokers from the Philippines and Manila and so on. And these kids, and they're hardly kids, but they're college educated, and they're very, very proud and pleased to be an executive assistant for an Australian business entrepreneur. And those people can drive your business in autopilot and often can be acquired for under $6 an hour. Under $6 an hour. And they're happy with that. And they can do whatever we ask them to do. They could run your social media campaign, do a direct mail campaign with follow-up, telemarketing your list, pre-qualifying your candidate, setting up your appointments. Think about this. If you had somebody driving your business in your local area for 10 hours a week, that's all, 10 hours a week. And we know that at $6 an hour, that's around $60 a week. That's, the cost of that over a year is one loan a year. The commissions and trails you earn from one loan a year would cover the cost of driving a business in autopilot. And yet we feel, and you hopefully agree, that it is conducive to you probably building a one loan a week business in autopilot for yourself. One loan a week. By setting it up correctly, you could run that in around 5 hours a week. So you can have children do study, semi-retire, play golf, work. And a one loan a week business, the upfront commissions from that, if you're looking at on average $2,000 a loan, that's around $100,000. And of course you have costs. Those costs include your personal assistant. They include you being in business. There are compliance costs that repeat themselves and so on. You might also have committed some of that to partners to get leads. But the jewel in the crown is not in the upfronts. That's walking around money. The jewel in the crown is building your trail book. And one loan a week for 50 weeks, 1 year, is 50 loans. And if every loan is generating $500 a year for you, and that's $25,000 a year in residual passive income that you've built 1 year into the business. And you get paid again for that next year. So the 50 loans you write next year adds to the 50 you wrote this year, and so on, and so on, and so on. And you can see it start to grow. Hey, there is a time when it does plateau, where you start to lose some loans, or people are paying their loans off, and so it doesn't grow forever. But it grows and grows for those first early years for sure. Hey, and this is the outcome from a one loan a week business that you could clearly manage with PAs and setting it up in autopilot in under 5 hours a week. What would be if you wrote 2 loans a week? You'll meet people who write 3 loans a week. Let's focus in on the trail book for a second. The trail book has an asset value, and it varies from period to period. But right now, as we're doing this recording, it's around 2 times your annual trailing income, which means that if you've built this 50 loan business at this point of your business at 2 times your annual trail, it's conceivable that you've built an asset worth $50,000. And so on, 50 and 3 years down the track, and 4 years down the track, if it still stays at 2 times. And let me tell you this, there are more buyers of these businesses' loan books than sellers. Let's stick with this one loan a week theme, and we'll expand it to 5 years. I want to show you something. Let's just do some mathematics here. One loan a week for 5 years. Look at this. 50, that loan's 50 weeks, 50, 400,000 per loan, 5 years. The way that loan books are often expressed is in the volume number of millions under management. So in this case, 54, that's 100 million. Now let me show you this. Here are 3 advertisements for mortgage businesses that are for sale. Here's one, $97 million loan book, asking $433,000. Here's another, $102 million loan book, asking $420. $106 million loan book, asking $480. Now look at this. All of them are work from home opportunities. They're home offices. These are one-man show. I know them all. These are one-man show businesses that you could emulate. They have. And you could achieve this with us in our business model, not having to pay any franchise fees. We don't charge you any mentoring fees. And you can even start part-time, as we've discussed. And I'm going to save you some time. If you're looking at your options and ringing around and surfing the net looking, let me save you some time. If you're new to the industry and if you're looking at part-time, ain't nothing available for you. Sorry. If you're new to the industry and can go full-time, there are franchise-style companies who will certainly consider your application and often ask you for $20, $30, $10,000 at the front door. But you try and get a Guernsey or send out your resume to everybody and say, look, I'm a superstar, but I only start part-time, and that's what's going to happen. Having said, though, that there's no franchise fee, no mentoring fee, and so on, and we don't charge you anything, basically, the fact of the matter is that there are some compliance costs that can't be avoided. They include your professional indemnity insurances, ASIC fees, MFAA, that's the Mortgage Finance Association of Australia, some courses, short courses only, online you can do 1-week courses, member of an external dispute resolution body. There's add-ons that you could include and get your own websites. Look, it's very easy, let me tell you, it's very easy to spend several thousands of dollars in setting a business up and getting compliant. We'd like to, though, offer and discuss with you ways and means of getting you started, whereby much of this investment could conceivably be paid from commissions that you generate from being part of the business. So I'd like to talk to you about those options with you. And basically I'll ask you to look at taking some action and talking with us. Hopefully at the end of this finger there's a button, and that button will take you to an appropriate action area for you then to talk with us some more. Look, you have yourself a great day, and hopefully we've made some sense. Hopefully we'll have some future conversation, and maybe we'll build something special together. Have a good one. Bye-bye.